we're going to look at using the Help menu in Rhino, and specifically 3 different ways that you can access the menu. The first is very similar to most programs. You just go up to the Help menu, and then you'll click on the Help topics. Also notice that F1 is shown. This means you can press the F1 key to access this same menu. So I'll just go ahead and click on Help Topics. And here we see a window pops up giving us some different ways to access the information here. We have the Contents, we have an Index tab, and we also have a Search tab. I'm going to go back to the Index tab, and I'll just type the word Sweep, and then hit Enter. When I put in the Sweep command, you can see a long single path and 2 rails shows up. We're going to look at the 2 rails command. So I just double-click 2 rails, and here on the right, the screen now switches to Sweep 2, which is their shortcut for Sweep 2 rails. I'll just move this menu so that it expands the Help section. And at the top of this window, it says Menu, Toolbar Options, and Related Topics. You can click on any of these. When you click on Menu, it'll show you where in the upper menu the Sweep 2 Rails command can be found. When you click on the Toolbar button link, it'll show you where in the Toolbar menu this command can be found. And if you clicked on Related Topics, it will show you any sort of topics related to this type of surfacing. So the help may look fairly similar to most helps that you're used to, but one of the really nice things that Rhino does is they actually embed little movies into the help. And this is nice if you're unfamiliar with a command or you want to see how a command works. So the first movie that is shown is this movie here, and it's a general overview of how this command works. So I'll just go ahead and click on this. So you can see they're selecting the 2 rails, and then they're selecting the cross sections. And that's actually what makes the surface in that command. If I scroll down the menu just a little bit, you'll see some different hyperlinks. If I click on the Enter hyperlink, it's going to pop up a window that shows me the 3 different ways in Rhino that I can actually apply the Enter command. And those are, as we've looked at before, the Enter key, I can press the space bar, or I can right mouse click to apply the Enter command. I'll just click off of there to close it. As you can see, there's another embedded movie, and there are actually several embedded movies in the 2-rail sweep command. If I keep scrolling down, sometimes in a command, they have an in-depth piece of information, and they'll also have that hidden in a hyperlink, but it'll be bolded out. When I click on this, you can see a large section opens up that explains what chain edges are. And I can scroll down that and get an explanation of what chain edges are within the Sweep 2-rail command. I can just click back on that to close that. And as I said, there are several movies within the Sweep 2-rail command, and we could watch any of these if we wanted a little bit more information about this command. I'll just go ahead and close this window now. The second way we can access help is, again, going back up to the Help menu. This time I'm going to click on Command Help. And here you can see a window is popped open. Now this window, being like any other window, I can dock it if I wanted to. In this instance, I'll just leave it floating off to the right. I'll go up here and reapply the 2-rail sweep command. So I go to Surface, Sweep 2 rails, and now you can see by my command line, it's asking me to select the first rail, which is the first step in the Sweep 2-rail command. But also, this help window is now automatically changed to the Sweep 2-rail command. So anytime I'm in this particular command or any other command, it's going to automatically switch. For example, if I just click on the cube here, you can see immediately it's changed to the box command, and now I have all the help that's associated with that command. I'll go ahead and hit Escape to exit the command, and I'll go ahead and click on the X to close out this help window. I can also access help anytime within a particular command. So if I go back up to Surface, and I'll click on Sweep 2 rails again, I'm able to just follow my command line for the initial parts of this command, and it's saying to select the first rail. So I'll click on this red line, select second rail, I'll click on this hot pink line, and now for my select cross-section curves, I'll just click on these 2 blue lines, and since I have everything selected, the command line is saying to press Enter when done. So I'll just press Enter. Now it pops up a window that you may not be familiar with. This is the different options available to you within the Sweep 2-rail command. anytime I'm stuck within a command, I can just press F1 and it's going to automatically pop up the help window. And you can see it's smart enough to know what command I'm actually in. So it's automatically set the help menu up for the 2-rail sweep help information. As I scroll down here, I get to a section called cross-section curve options. And that's where the help window starts to tell me the specific information to this sweep 2-rail option window that has popped up. So the cross-section curve options help window matches all of the options that are available here in the cross-section curve options actual command. And it explains in detail what each one of these things mean. If I scroll down just a little bit further, I get to the rail curve options. And as you can see, that matches up to the rail curve options here within the command. And as I mentioned before, there are several more movies that explain specific commands within this 2-rail sweep option. I'll just click on this movie here that explains the different types of continuity options available in the 2-rail sweep command. So that's G0 continuity, G1, and G2 continuity, also known as positional continuity, tangent continuity, and curvature continuity. If I continue to scroll down, there are several more movies that explain things in greater depth. So I'll go ahead and close the help window, and I'll just click OK on this command to finish the actual 2-rail sweep command. And that is several of the ways to access the help menu within Rhino 5.